And for the Rohirrim, let's do this. Don't really want snow. I guess it's good to have something, right? Let's just go down and hope we find some wonder. Wonder if there's a stream sniper? Oh my gosh, it's gotta be. No stream snipers always sniping my streamer. That's me. How dare they? Can you imagine if this game had multiplayer and you tried to play it on stream? It'd be an absolute nightmare. Oh jeez. Friendly ghost bullet time? Projectiles slow down heavily. Just projectiles. Interesting. Sea of lava, slimy, and summon friendly ghosts. Again, I feel like though I have some impetus to suggest summon friendly ghosts because obviously it is good for me, I feel like I largely just enjoy the company. I like having some little ghost friends about. I love the fact, the little detail that it's chatters is fantastic. Because I love when all of you can help me out and build a better future together. With the right mods, it does have multiplayer. That's fun. Cooperative, though, I'm guessing. You don't show up like as a monster somewhere in the dungeon. Maybe you could actually have one where you were almost like the director and you chose monster spawns. I don't know if that exists, but I could see that being a thing at the very least. The Noita Together by Solar91, that's very cool. Hey, hey, non-Hangreth. Thanks for joining me. If you could just come right this way, we'll have a lovely old time together. Oh, just the three of us. Can make it if we try. Just the three of us. That's how that song goes, right? You know what? I have no patience for this. Just gonna blow a hole. And try that out. There's Noita Together and Noita Nemesis. Nemesis is the Versus version. Oh, cool. So there are both. That's fantastic. And is it what I was mentioning where you play a director of sorts, or do you actually get to take control of the individual monsters? Regardless, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's polymorph juice there. I see. Okay. So I've learned to be careful when you are a flying sheep, or any sheep, you are very easily killed. That was scary. Well, let's not do that, shall we? Where you send enemies into your opponent's world when you kill them. Oh, that's super cool. That's actually even better than what I was expecting. Oh, that's really fun. Could potentially try that out at some point in the future, though it involves needing a friend, which is not something I have. No, at least not a friend that plays Noita. Besides a bunch of you lovely individuals, of course, which could do sometime. Try and get together a bit of a viewer play evening. That sounds lovely to me. Probably would almost require me to get a little bit better on the communication side of the things. I swear, it's only when I have like negative things happen that I truly come to appreciate why I should have something like a Twitter that I use or a Discord channel. Because, for example, this past Sunday I was slightly late to my regular Sunday stream, and I had no way of notifying people because I just don't really have much of a social media presence, especially not on the Twitch side of things. Just open up a lobby to stream and you wouldn't mind showing up? Yeah, that could be fun sometime. We'll do a more interactive stream at some point. That would be lovely. Boom, take cover. Oh, it's always scary when the game no longer gives you an accurate description and just gives some vague hint that you should be scared for your life. Because don't you worry, game, I am constantly in a constant state of fear and paranoia. Don't you worry about that. You've achieved your goals in that department. Oh, excuse me, friends. I'd like your gold. Well, you two are doing great. Have I told you that, you non-Engrith? Whatever I'm paying you, I should double it. What is double of nothing? Just to steal one of my real-life dad's favorite jokes growing up. Gain a field that deals damage to nearby enemies for a time. Oh, okay, so very nearby enemies, which makes sense. It is appropriate. Flamoxian. Huh. Frogs. You're okay with being a paid actor? Perfect. Then you're definitely invited to the co-op streams because... Oh, let's just keep this where it stands. Because that's what I need. I need to just trick everyone into thinking I'm good at this game. That would be fantastic. Let's keep going through the abandoned mines here. I feel like we should almost continue downwards through the Holy Mountain, head back to safety and sanctuary. Yeah, that buddy is probably going to kill me if I had to put money on it. I would unfortunately bet against myself. Not that any of you should, of course. No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. I'm incredible and would never fail at a video game. I am a god gamer. Well, 300 gold is a little bit more appropriate for moving on, so let's give it a shot, shall we? See what we get here. Please no worms destroy the temple this time. I'd appreciate it. Second wand is a cool look. I don't think I've seen that before. But let's see, too poor to afford that. This actually looks half decent. Don't love the effects on it, but we take a look at some comparisons. I guess it's the reload time and cast delay that are the issues now that I take a moment to actually think about my decisions. Not ideal. And this has huge max mana, no recharge. Oof, oof, oof. Now there's a wand, but I can't afford it. Do I want this? It's something, I guess. Then we can probably get rid of this wand as we go. Minus 19.3 degrees. So with the directional deviation, is positive degrees like from a 9-degree axis? Positive, negative? Or is negative just more accurate? Less of a spread? Because it is spread, so you'd think it was the full degree between the ends. So maybe it is just highly accurate. This is almost like a sniper rifle. That's why it has such a high recharge. Noita, unfortunately, is one of those games you can't really trick players into thinking that they're good at it. It's a game that requires such a level of skill and knowledge that any player who knows what they're doing will be able to tell another player's skill level just by watching them for a few minutes and watching what decisions they make. Definitely. You want it for the double. Oh, the spells per cast, too. So yeah, we can see it's a little slow now, but give it a good spell and watch it go. Gas fire. Gas is near you, ignite automatically. Interesting. Creatures become more friendly towards each other? Never. As much as we were preaching make Lovecraft, not Warcraft earlier. Unfortunately, not going to be good. So no negative spread, just gives a buffer for when you put on spells that would originally add spread. Yeah, so it does... Yeah, I didn't think it got more accurate than pinpoint, but that's exactly what I was attempting to imply. But thank you for clarifying and making it a little bit more clear. I appreciate that. Gas is... You know what? Let's just fly longer. We could, I guess... Oh, we could have waited and come back, but... Too late now. We in it? Where are we dropping? There's a movie called The Holy Mountain from the 60s by Jodorowsky of a failed Dune film fame. Major producer was George Harrison from the Beatles. It's bonkers, very artsy and psychedelic and very, very weird and sometimes disturbing. Interesting. Also, I'm poisoned. I should probably not read chat. Instead, rinse that off real quick. Acid, sorry, not poison. Talking about artsy and trippy. But that sounds really, really funny, Enon. I'll have to check that out. I love weird art house films. I don't always necessarily end up watching them or enjoying watching them, I guess, may be the better qualifier, but I think it's a lot of fun. And part of why the arts are so cool in general is you can have such a wide, like, spread, a plethora of genres and thoughts. And talking about earlier, no creative ideas, just take a look at the Holy Mountain. Honestly, pass on using that wand. You put the second spark bolt on your starter wand. I actually did mean to do that because this wand was meant to hold on for the future. But yes, never mind indeed. So funny, the critical thinking seminar that I was at today talked so much about the entire concept of not just acting, instead, you know, thinking through everything beforehand, ruminating on the problem before just jumping into the first solution that comes to mind, because then you're potentially causing more issues and troubles down the road. Apparently I took none of the lessons, and here we are. Makes projectile charm creatures covered in toxic sludge. Interesting, but no dice for us here. Yeah, you love the art house stuff? Yeah, I think it's very cool, very interesting. And I wish that it was, you know, more readily available to be made and more easily made, because as is, it usually takes a pretty big standing in a bit more of a conventional matter before you can afford to take the risks of getting a little bit funky with it, but it's a lot of fun. Yar. Oh crap. Did my ghost destroy my protective barrier? Excuse me? Whose team are you on? And it's fine, Noita will teach me patience through pain. Or, you know, just drive the audience crazy as I conditionally and constantly walk right into the mouth of the dragon and say, hey, it's kind of warm in here. Might have to bomb my way through, or lol, or just have a beetle pain for it. Exactly though, yeah, you need that conventional fame in order to make it. And I mean, hey, the Beatles are a good source of that because they're very much into the artsy, creative stuff, and I think could get a lot of that. I'm still sad to this day that we never did get the Beatles Lord of the Ring adaptation. I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably would have been bad and almost definitely would have been worse than the Peter Jackson trilogy, because they are such an incredible piece of filmmaking, especially since it came out at the right time to be able to take advantage of like mass army simulations and all that good stuff. So, oh no, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh, jeez. Oh, never get your foot caught under a boulder when you're trying to set a bomb. That seems less than ideal. Ooh. Accelerative homing, glittering field. I do like bounce, even just for funsies. Unstable crystal with trigger. See, I don't know how this would work with a trigger. You'd shoot the crystal down, and then it would shoot a bolt up, which would probably ignite the crystal, I guess, maybe, if it's like a bouncy thing. Interesting. Yeah, as much as I appreciate that we got a good Lord of the Rings rather than one that was slightly too early and potentially would have been wacky and wild, can you just imagine? The Beatles weren't even the Hobbits, because I'm trying to remember, like, did Ringo want to be Gandalf? I feel like it's something like that. Oh, you think you made your DM nearly cry earlier this week? That he planned an amazing boss fight against an ancient dragon D&D. He led this entire campaign arc up to the fight. Now there's an item called Darn's Instant Fortress. Let's see where this is going. Dream spread. All projectiles have high spread for some time. Okay. Oh, that's potentially not. Oh, never mind. Big enough boom that we're okay. Yeah, you guess that I should check into it if I'm also into philosophy. A lot of religious undertones. Well, not so subtle. You guess it's called the Holy Mountain. Yeah, that tracks. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh I'm on fire too. Oh my gosh, I put out the fire, wait. So close. The blood, the blood. Go Theron's Instant Fortress. When you say the activation word, it'll grow into a huge tower and complete the walls, etc. So is this gonna be a stomach of the beast kind of situation? Just toss that bad boy in there. Magic word. You got yourself a dragon spit roasted from the inside. Okie dokie, that's definitely unfortunately the end of our Noita gameplay. We'll putter around a little bit because I definitely have to hear the end of this dragon story. Any D&D stories are always appreciated. And if anybody else has anything they want to pitch in at the end here, we can definitely chat for a little bit. But done with the game, and yeah, I had a lot of fun today. I mean, the first half of this entire stream was brutal in terms of if you wanted to see game progression, I'm sorry, you came to the wrong place. But we sure did have a lot of fun, especially enabling the Steam integration was pretty wacky. I enjoyed that a lot. So we'll have to fool around probably with both in the future, do a little bit of standard, a little bit of Steam integration. I feel like thanks to all the generosity and all the lovely folks who just want to be the help, be the person they want to see in the world, which I appreciate. I feel like we're getting further than we necessarily deserve, but we can definitely mix it up, go both ways, just to fool around with it all. So you tossed Aaron's instant fortress into the dragon's mouth, and as it was about to breathe fire, and then activated it. Oh no. Oh, in the mouth too. That's how you get the most painful idea of injuries. I don't like mouth injuries. In general, I feel like humans kind of hate facial mutilation to any degree, but the idea of a spike right in the mouth, or right in the roof of your mouth, ugh, a whole tower growing out suddenly, the DM was not happy with you, that's fantastic. Oh, so that's the kind of creative problem solving that we need in the fantasy worlds being overrun by huge, larger than life creatures, though. How else are you going to kill the dragon? And if you have a Darren's Instant Fortress in your pocket, I mean, are you not going to use it? Thanks for the stream. Very fun to watch. Thanks for sticking around, Callie. And thank you for the feedback as well. I appreciate it. It was a heck of a lot of fun to play as well, so I'm glad. That definitely works out. If it's a two birds getting two stoned kind of deal, then I appreciate it. It works out for all of us here. But yeah, that's definitely going to be the end for us. We'll do a quick check, of course, to see who is live at the moment, who we have available to shoot off a stream to, if I can remember. Brain shut down for a moment. What do I even press here? Let's take a peek, shall we? Give my internet a moment. Perfect. Well, at the moment, oh, my laptop was not muted the whole time. I'm very lucky we didn't have constant Windows noises going, but it does look like Ninth is around playing some DCSS, so we'll probably shoot a raid off on over that way. Too many like prepositions in that sentence, but we'll just roll past that. Definitely stick around though. Fantastic person, as well as a very solid player, a master of the game. So stick around whether you played DCSS in the past or not. I would recommend join us on the raid, showing some love and support down that way. Keep all of the positive energy flowing on Twitch here. And yeah, I appreciate all of you so much. Best part is the whole campaign, you used it as it's intended to use, just as a safe space to sleep. Then you pulled that out at the end of the campaign. Oh, that's great. Really took your DM by surprise there. That's the kind of, I'm really bad for always trying to come up with creative uses for things. The most recent example, maybe not the best, but I got a really cool dagger that I could switch out with objects of equal weight and mass. And so I was using it constantly to do cool things like throw it, pull a bell out of my pouch, and then swap them. So it returned to my hand and the bell was off fleeing through the forest, and I was about to get caught by this like giant monkey beast and distracted off to the side. Felt so awesome at the time. I love kind of thinking about things realistically and trying to come up with creative ways to use magical items. Super fun. Yeah, that's right. Nami sounds good. In fact, I should probably, I can even set this going in the background here so everyone can join in. And yeah, obviously, as I mentioned a couple times here, I had a heck of a time tonight. I hope you all enjoyed watching as well. Definitely come back next time, whether that be on Sunday, where we'll be jumping back into the usual Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, trying to get a win with every species, hopefully making it through Deep Elf. We're on the cusp of greatness. We have a brilliant character. All I have to do is not throw it all the way, which is harder than you may think when I'm behind the wheel. Or next Wednesday, you can join us for some more Noita. And yeah, we'll have to decide whether we want to do a lot of this stream integration stuff, if we want to mix it up. Definitely let me know if you have any thoughts, if there's something you would prefer watching, prefer to see. I always appreciate input from all of you lovely individuals, which segueing from that, I appreciate each and every one of you so much for joining us on this lovely evening, even if it was just for a while, whether that was, actively talking in chat here, if you're just lurking in the background, doing very much an impression of me whenever I'm on Twitch casually, then I appreciate each and every one of you. And if this does end up going to YouTube and you're watching this later down the road, I appreciate you too. Thanks for joining us. But regardless of all of that, I definitely hope that you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. And I definitely hope to see you next time. I'll see you soon. See ya.